It is August 12th, and obviously this haul has been, it's been a month that I've been sitting on this haul for a good reason though, and I'll get into that in a few minutes. But here's who it's from, and there's also another couple of books that I am going to share, also purchased on the same date but from a different seller. Now, I'm going to say, I'm not getting ready to count. If you happen to count and you say, wait a minute, she didn't share, I'm not sharing all of them because some of them are my personal books, and somebody asked me a while back if I would share what was on my shelf, so I thought I would leave those out just to share things that I read. I may share one, and it's a reordered book, something that I've owned before, and I needed something to fill in because this seller actually has every other week they have a buy two get one free. So if you I actually put them, I started with one, I want to say the first of the month, probably the third, and I didn't get them because I could not fill in what I needed. I had an odd number, I needed an even number, and by the time I went back, their buy one get one was off for that week, but the next week it went right back on, so I went ahead and ordered them. So yeah, and again, there was an issue here, which is why I had to hold off for a while. I got it resolved, and like I said, I'll get into it once I get through the haul. But yeah, this is it for the books. This is it. Hopefully guys enjoy. Give me a thumbs up. Tell me what you're reading. I know I've watched quite a few hauls, book hauls this summer, and it was interesting because some of them contained the same books, and obviously I had already purchased mine, because I'm just saying I just watched those within the past 2-3 weeks. But it was just interesting to see that, and the kids were pretty much the same grade level. So it's fun to see when others are, you know, reading the same thing. It just kind of comes full circle. So anywho, let me get to this haul. Alright, so I'm going to just go ahead and jump right in. If you all remember, in the early summer, I bought you a book haul from, and I can't even think. It's on the tip of my tongue. Let me turn around and look at this bag. Collective Goods. Said in the summer like it's not summer, but in June you saw a bag like this. I did not do this haul, but I shared with you what was in the haul. So what I had to do was finish it up because there was a series of books, and when I go to purchase books, if it's a series, I have to get all of them. And you know, he just picked up whatever was available, what was left, and decent enough. That was fine. But yeah, I've always been one to have the whole series. If I cannot get the series, I won't get any of them. That's just, I don't know. That's just me. I'm a, I don't know, book lover idiosyncrasy. Yeah. So a lot of series that my older kids have, I don't have now, just because I didn't want to purchase them, or I'm waiting to see if the kids have an interest before I actually purchase. So I will share. I actually have a couple that I needed to fill in the series. We started with one or two that I got in a random haul, and I went ahead and purchased the others, and I'll get to those. But anywho, so we have Miss Carmel is Normal. This is my weird school. This is number 11. So the other ones are here, and obviously there's no more room. I'm getting ready to move these. They're going to get their own bin. You will see in the book, not in the book. And when I share the schoolroom, when I do the tour, it's coming. Just be patient, it's coming. So these are going to come off because they don't fit here, and I have enough of them to put in a bin. And there's another one right there I'm getting ready to share, so I'm gonna pull that one off too. So some of what is in the box is going to replace that gap. And that's another thing, I'm very cautious because, as you see, now these are double stacked front to back. These are not. So I potentially have some room, but I don't really like to do that. So I'm careful, guys. I'm very careful about buying. I'm not trying to fill up every bin, every nook and cranny with every single book. Even though we don't use the library, I'm very purposeful when I purchase and select. I find activities and curriculum that go along with the books. So it's a very intentional purchase. It's not just I'm going to buy these books because they're $2 or $3 or $1 or whatever. Even though I do get decent lots like that, I'm very intentional with them. Okay, so yeah, but this is basically it. It's just random books that I may have to find over the years, and it'll be a collection whenever I do share another haul. Miss Holly is jolly, or Miss Holly is too jolly. Miss Coco is loco. Now let me see. Okay, that's not the. There was a mishap in this order. Miss Patty is batty. Mr. Hine is out of his mind. Miss LaGrange is strange. I'm trying to look at them to kind of tell you which ones they messed up on. The series is a My Weird School and My Weird School Days, and okay, I'm looking at the two mess ups right here. Okay, this is Miss Mary is Scary and Miss Leaky is Freaky. These are actually my weird school days, and we didn't have my weird school days. We had My Weird School. So that means I still need number 10 and 12 in my school, My Weird School. And because we have these, I may go ahead and get the Weird School Days. I was trying to wait and not get these because I've seen plenty of lots with these, but I needed a seller that had pretty much the rest of them that I didn't have. So they messed up. I double checked my order. I triple checked, and yeah. And I know because the titles are very similar. They probably just looked by number and threw in the number. Yeah, but bummer. Okay, that's the first thing that was wrong with this order. All right, we have Dr. Carbles is losing his marbles. Mr. Mackey is wacky. Let me slow down. And Mr. Clooney is loony. And I think that completes that series. There's 17 of them, I believe. No, there's 20. I'm looking on the shelf. 21. Okay, so that completes that series. So we're done with those. One of my girls, my older girls, loved the Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane, and I love it too, and I wanted to replace it. We have the Tales of Despereaux already, so I went ahead and picked this up. And I've seen a couple of people haul this book recently, so that's why I said it's pretty interesting to see other people with the same interest. Because of Winn-Dixie was another one, we have the movie as well, so yeah, it only made sense. I was just waiting for them to be, we have so many books already. It's not that it wasn't on my list, it just wasn't the time. I had to fill in. This one is The Honey Thief. Very good. This one is A Long Way from Chicago, Richard Peck. There we go. Here's your Newbery Honor. You guys know I love Newbery Honors. That looks like, I don't know why I'm showing you the box, but Abby Takes a Stand. It's been on my list for a while, and yeah, I finally picked it up. Patricia McKeesick. What else is another one? There's two. These actually came. Let me make sure I'm getting all of them. Okay. It seems like something is missing from here. We have, like I showed you a few minutes ago on the shelf, I think there are a couple of missing off the shelf, but I needed to fill these in, so I went ahead and got the rest of them. They do like them. So, and I've been a Whoopi Goldberg fan forever. I just, like I said, some things, if the kids are not interested, I'm not going to give it to them, but they do enjoy this series. So I went ahead and picked up the rest of those. And yeah, there's a purple one, there's a turquoise one somewhere. I think it's like 6 of those. Let me get to these 2 in here. All right, we have Let It Shine, Coretta Scott King honor. Stories of Black women freedom fighters. I'm gonna let you. I'm sorry, I didn't open any of these. I'll let you take a little peek. The pictures are phenomenal. Ida B. Wells. Let me go to the front and kind of show you who all is highlighted in here. Sojourner Truth, Biddy Mason, Harriet Tubman, Ida B. Wells, Mary McLeod Bethune, Ella Josephine Baker, Ella Josephine Baker, Dorothy Irene Height, Rosa Parks, Fannie Lou Hamer, Shirley Chisholm. So, very good and very familiar. Shirley Chisholm happens to be my cousin's cousin. My first cousin, my second cousin. So, yeah. There's that. And then we have Jazz Baby. And it's a nice, kind of puts me in the mood of Ada Twist. And I share the Ada Twist scientists because it's a rhyme, a little song. And it's basically about everybody in the house singing the baby to sleep. And the baby finally goes to sleep. So my 3-year-old really loves this little story. And the pictures are really cute. So whole family, grandma, grandpa, everybody. And there's baby. So, what else is next? Share. One of my favorites growing up was Dicey Song. Okay, I love Dicey Song. I love the movie Homecoming. You'll see in a minute. Anyway, one of my favorites. It just, if you don't know the Tillermans, very good. I've loved Cynthia Voigt since I was, like I said, since I was little, and I just wanted to get these, so I had to get both of them. You can find the movie on YouTube. So if you want to watch the movie first and then get the book, but I recommend the books. Homecoming, that's what it is. They have to go and live with grandmother. They're orphaned, and they, you know, go through the city, country to go find grandmother. And you know, she's at a very pivotal age and taking care of the little ones on her own, but very touching. So I had to get these, and I'm getting ready to read them myself. I just have to go back sometime. And yes, I read all the books I give the kids first, so I've been waiting for that. Let me go through. Here's Abby, just so you can kind of see the font in here. All right. Next up, I'm nearing the end. And this is the last one, because the other two are two that, like I said, I'm going to hold off and share because they're my personal books. I'm going to show you one. This is where they screwed up, okay? I have the rest of the series up until 3rd grade. Just purchased through, you know, dime at the thrift store. I love the series. I've shared all the time how in the beginning, getting started with homeschooling, this is what I presented this series. It's an awesome resource to just kind of guide you through things. And I needed to fill in. Remember, I said it was a buy 3 get whatever, and they really didn't have anything else, and I needed them, so I just went ahead and added it to this. But I had 4th, 5th, and 6th. I ended up with only 6th grade. And so what happened was, I contacted the seller. I let them know this is the only box. I waited just to see if I would get another shipment, and I really didn't think so. There was 3 books missing. But because usually, you know, in an order this big, you get them all in the same box. But I waited a couple of days, and I contacted them and you know, to find out what happened. I didn't hear anything back, and then I had to open a case with eBay and let them know that this is what happened. And ultimately what they do is they go through tracking. Okay, they responded back within, you know, the amount of time. It usually you have to give the seller about a week or so, but they responded back. eBay opened the case. A couple days later, I go back to check. They closed it, and their reasoning was they checked the tracking, and the tracking said the books were delivered. Now, granted, I did get a box of books, okay, but what happened is on the tracking, it shows there's no itemized list. It was just the little slips, okay? So it just shows that all of these books showed up in this box, but it doesn't have an inventory list to say exactly which one. So inventory control did not check this order before it went out. I had another one. Let me see what. Like I said, the other ones, and the Cricket in Times Square, that was another one missing. So I have to reorder those books, obviously from somebody else. But I was bothered, and I probably wouldn't have noticed had I not been waiting for the Cricket in Times Square. I probably would just open the box and said, oh, everything's here, because there were so many books. You know, you get excited when you see books, guys. I was excited. Everybody was excited. We were just, yay, all the books are here, okay? And this is actually 2 sellers. But yeah, so anywho, I had to get on the phone and call them and call eBay and let them know that, look, this is not cool. I've ordered like this many books before from a seller. I've never had this problem, and this, that, and the other. I asked the seller to send me the books. I really wanted the books. I didn't want to have to go in and reorder and, you know, find them all again. I didn't want to do that. But eBay is good. eBay will give you your money back. So a couple days later, I got a refund delivered. You know, they put it in automatically that they're going to refund you your money. So I did get a refund. But first time in, you know, forever that this has happened to me. I've never had this happen, you know, even with the wrong books, the books missing. Yeah, go figure. But like I said, these were just fill-in books, and I have 3rd grade here. I just kind of like to look ahead, and really what I was looking for was the books. But I do have the what is the book, Ed Hirsch, Books to Build On Year by Year, so I can actually use that and you know, look ahead and get the books from there. Not so much, you know, subject material yet. But yeah, here's this one. So, and then lastly, let me show you one of the books. Now, I have this movie. It's one of my favorite movies, The Women of Brewster Place, on my personal shelf. Oprah Winfrey starred in this movie. It is somewhere around the, I want to say 80 something, let me see, when did Brewster Place come out? I don't want to date myself, but I was a teenager. Yeah. And I don't have the movie in front of me, but I just wanted to replace the books. So this is what I replaced for myself. And like I said, the rest of the books, like you see, there's an uneven amount probably. And that's because I'm going to share what's on my shelf. There are actually 2 more books in this box. There's some more I already put on the shelf. So, yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed. You know, hopefully the little tip was helpful with the eBay contact. You know, make contact. It's it does not have to be a bad experience at all. You can find what you need, just fine. But always communicate. Communication is the key. So, like I said, this is it on the books. If there is always a running list on my eBay cart of books that I need, just like you all that go to the library, you keep a certain whatever. That's what I do, but I don't always, I'm not going in every month buying these books. So, this has been something collective. And yeah, so talk to me in the comments if you are familiar with any of these books, if this has sparked your interest or anything like that. Yeah, and I'm not telling you to go out and buy these books. You guys know you know me. I'm not at all trying to influence anybody or persuade anybody, but yeah, like I said, I see a lot of people with Cricket in Times Square, Winn-Dixie, and this one. So these seem to be, age appropriate for this age group. So it's pretty common to see these pop up around the halls. But yeah. So other than that, I am going to get this stuff on these shelves. And soon I will come back and share this room. I am not trying to stage it. It's not going to be completely staged, but I do want to share what I did with the room and organization and things like that. So be on the lookout for that. Hopefully you've been enjoying the other videos I have been putting up. This is probably my third video. I'm sorry if I am boring you, but it's my third video today. I think I'm just trying to catch up. That's it. I'm trying to catch up. There's just so much, and I don't have time. That's what it is. It's just the kids are off the wall or something like that. So bear with me. They're coming. That's all I can say is they're coming. I have appreciate watching you all's hauls and things like that, giving me inspiration and ideas as well, because I do watch everybody else. So those of you who have started school, hopefully everything is going great. Those of you that are getting ready to hop in there, good. And throughout the year I will share. You will see how I'm using these books. If I found activities, or a lot of these are going in literature notebooks, so you will see what I'm doing with these books as well as books that I've already purchased. We're doing a lot with the Ramona series. The kids are all over that. We're doing a lot with that. So things are going into their literature notebooks, not just to sit on the shelf and collect dust or book counts.